let me lay this little ditty on you, okay? Lion King, one of the biggest Disney movies of all time. All right, everybody's favorite, a little feisty feline, okay? There's one glaring, huge problem with this movie that nobody is addressing. We all know in The Lion King, Simba sort of kills his father and he's raised by a meerkat and this warthog, farts a lot, Hakuna Matata, you've seen it, you get it, this is a song, let's move on. Here's my problem. They raise him to eat bugs. Okay. Now, you should check out some other truth crusaders out there, the film Theorists. They made an excellent video with specifics on exactly what Simba would need to eat, the types of bugs, the amount of bugs. Spoiler alert, it's apparently a lot of termites. It's possible for a lion to eat the correct amount of protein from termites in order to grow into an adult, all right? But the question is not, could Simba have survived off of eating bugs? We know that it's possible. My question is, should he have eaten bugs? The moral ramifications of it. Because at the beginning of the movie, James Earl Jones lays out the basics of the circle of life. Lions are carnivores.
Dad, don't we eat the antelope?
Yes.
They eat, I guess bugs are meat, but they're supposed to eat antelope, buffalo, zebras, baby innocent elephants, mice and birds and rabbits and lizards and tortoises. They don't eat ladybugs, all right? They don't eat snails. They don't eat with mutant 22-foot earthworm. Jesus Christ. When Simba tastes his first bug, that's in one fell swoop. He's just betrayed his own instincts and spat in the very face of God.
Slimy? It's satisfying.
And listen, I know that obviously Disney didn't want Simba to be doing this to some fellow animal with big old weepy Disney eyes and they could sing and dance. All right, so they decided to pervert nature and have Simba perform the equivalent of, hey, okay, mass genocide. Let's just call it what it is, on billions, if not trillions of insect life. Now, between 3 to 6 years passed between Simba being played by Jonathan Taylor Thomas to Matthew Broderick, and so in 3 to 6 years, he's eating millions of bugs every day to survive. Therefore, throwing off the delicate balance of the circle of life and destroying the ecosystem around him, forcing other animals who need those insects to survive to find food elsewhere and screwing some other ecosystem up. Or hey, maybe they simply starve to death if they're lucky. And can I just address the elephant in the room here? The marginalization of the insect species by Timon and Pumbaa. It's disgusting and Disney promotes it wholeheartedly.
Tastes like chicken.
They refer to them not by their specific identity and species name, they just use this blanket derogatory term.
What's that?
A grub.
Grub. Oh, so you can't, why can't the bugs sing and dance? Why not give them little Disney eyes and personalities? Well, sure, we see them carrying leaves at the beginning of they're just extras in a musical at this point, but we don't see them sing and dance. Their only purpose is to be butchered and consumed. Take, for example, this graphic scene in a kid's movie in The Lion King 1.5. Simba and Timon are having a light-hearted snail-eating contest. They're clearly not even hungry. It's a sadistic game to them, and one by one, these innocent gastropods are just slaughtered for their own enjoyment. So you're telling me that snail wasn't afraid and fearful of his life? So now what does Simba do when he returns to Pride Rock? Is he gonna go back to eating antelope? Not gonna happen because his jaws are all weak and up because he's just eating soft little bugs and he's not doing what lions should do, which is hibachi grilling some zebra fillets. So not only does Simba no longer have the ability to eat anything bigger than just larvae at this point, but as king of Pride Rock, he's got ultimate influence over the Pride. So maybe he's getting in their ears being like, hey, let's not run around like a bunch of goofballs chasing around after a little scared giraffe that we could possibly sing with later. Oh, and then you got Timon and Pumbaa spewing their anti-bug propaganda all over Pride Rock where they try to force their ideals onto Simba's daughter in Lion King 2, but thankfully she just pieces out of there so she doesn't have her little precious lion mind warped by this inhumane garbage. If Timon is Joseph Goebbels and Pumbaa is a gassy version of Heinrich Himmler, is Simba Adolf Hitler? I don't know. Hey, I'm not saying that, but I'm not saying it. In any case, I think it needs to be said. So who knows how many lions started eating bugs under the tyrannical rule of Simba? And hey, listen, I know Scar was a bad dude. He killed Mufasa. Sure, okay, bad guy. But that's just one lion. He didn't massacre trillions of species in order to sustain an unnatural diet. And now under Simba, if the whole pride's doing it, how long until the word gets around to every lion in the savannah? And then the continent of Africa. We're talking global ramifications. The collapse of entire branches of the animal kingdom will fall like dominoes. We're talking global warming, mass overpopulation, famine, blight, earthquakes, hurricanes, high humidity, waking up in the middle of the night sweating even though you turn the thermostat down to 67 degrees, stepping on Legos in the middle of the night with your bare feet, trying to pee in the toilet in the dark, but then you pee on the floor instead and a little bit in the trash can and you don't wipe it up. And then your wife is like, why'd you do do that? Why didn't you clean it up? And I asked her, hey, did you see The Lion King? Of course, she says, everybody's seen it. And then it's not my fault. But then why didn't you clean it up? She says, because I shouldn't have to. Simba just had to eat those bugs and screw everything up. Thank me in the comments below, and I swear to God, Donald Glover better address this in the new Lion King movie, or I'm gonna storm right out of that theater and accidentally, quote unquote, pee on their floor because, hey, I'm apparently an animal, aren't I?